Hey, so we are going live. This is another somewhat helpful video for this week. And yeah, we've got a really exciting show today. We have got the brilliant Rachel Falber of Uh-Oh Books with us. So let me just jump over to Rachel. Give us a hi, Rachel. Let me know
Hi.
if this is working.
Yeah. I can hear you. I can see me.
Brilliant. Yeah, so let's jump straight in. So I
Okay.
guess the reasoning behind all of this is that over the past few weeks, I've seen on the Prince's Trust Southwest Entrepreneurs Facebook page, I saw that you put up this amazing crowdfunding
Yeah.
video, and I kind of was kind of slightly drawn to kind of do an interview and ask you a bit about your business, and because like looking through the page that you put together, it's so well put together, and I just kind of thought that maybe doing like a little video of yourself and going through your business, you might be able to help others and give people a bit of an insight into what you're doing, because it's an awesome product that you've got here. So I guess that goes into my first question here. So give me a bit of an introduction.
Yeah, sure. So I am one half of Uh-Oh Books, the other being Samantha Miles. So we met a couple of years ago now. She's also gone through the Prince's Trust, and she runs In Collaboration, where I met her properly. So she put together the page, like, all kudos to her. She did all of that stuff. So that's why the page looks so good, is because she is amazing at putting all that stuff together in the content. So yeah, I have to put my hand up to her. So basically, I'm an illustrator. I wanted to illustrate a children's book. Sam had done some children's book, sort of writing children's books before. So she said, do you want to work together? And I said, yeah, that's great. I don't really know how to write, so that's amazing. And then it just turned into this like big project where there's loads of different elements to it. We're trying to do like educational packs and stuff for schools and parents, and educational resources, and it's all to do with the environment and educating kids on the environment and global warming and the impacts of that, but through animals and things. So yeah, so it's sort of one big project that's accumulated to this page here with all the different rewards and things that gives you kind of a good overview of all the things that we offer as part of this. So yeah.
And the one thing I love about this page actually is that it shows the market research that you've done as well. Like, was it the story development? And it's such an interesting insight. If you haven't checked this out already, I'd highly recommend going onto the Prince's Trust Southwest Entrepreneurs page and just going down and going to Rachel's post and just having a look for it, because it is incredible what's been put together here, and the video as well is
Yeah.
is awesome. I would highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, that's another of Sam's amazing talents, as she put that video together. So yeah, that was really good. There was so many bloopers when we were filming that. It was so funny, but she managed to like scrabble things together so it looked vaguely professional. I think it took a while.
I was gonna say,
But,
when's the blooper reel coming out?
well, yeah, we did want to do that actually as part of like a kind of build up sort of promotional for it. And one of my friends actually jokingly, well, probably not jokingly, sort of said, I'll pledge if you show me the bloopers that you did. So I've got to still do that and send that to him. So it might be something fun to do in the future. Definitely bring that out, because it was funny.
And so obviously being on the Prince's Trust Southwest Entrepreneurs Facebook page, well, I'm gonna have to come out with an abbreviation for that, because saying that all in one go is quite a bit. But anyway, on the Facebook, you're on the Facebook page, so you obviously must have some kind of connection with the trust. Did you both come through the trust, or was it just your hair raising designs business that came through the trust, or did you meet through
No,
the trust?
Yeah, we sort of met through there. Yeah, so we both came through the Prince's Trust Enterprise. So Sam went through as A Thousand Yellow Daisies, which is her design and illustration business, and I came through as Hair Raising Designs, which is my design and illustration business. So yeah, so we both went through the program. I've been in the program now for almost a couple of years. I think it's probably coming to an end fairly soon, but I've had a mentor and everything, and it's been amazing. But at one of the workshops that they put on, that's where we met. And then Sam told me about In Collaboration, and that's how that all started. So yeah, I've met a lot of cool people through the Prince's Trust.
And what inspired you to set up your own business? Has it been something that you've been thinking about doing for a long time, or did you just get so sick of your day job that you're just like, I've got to get out of here?
So yeah, I've always worked, but I've never wanted to just do one thing full time. So I've always kind of worked in like art galleries and stuff, and been doing that for years and years and years. And that's been great because it's varied and artistic, but I've always wanted to create my own artwork as well. And I started selling things in markets and just as a sort of sideline fun hobby. And then I thought, actually, this is really fun. I really like doing this. And then it just kind of grew. And then, yeah, the Prince's Trust definitely pushed it from a hobby to something that I actually thought maybe I can make some money or a business out of this and make it my work, you know? So yeah, it is great being your own boss. There's a lot of pros to it. There's obviously some cons to it as well, and it's difficult at the moment because there's nothing really going on selling wise with Hair Raising Designs, but this project has kept me really busy, and so I can't really complain. It's been great to have the time to do all the work for Uh-Oh Books. So yes, it is quite positive, really.
And I guess one question that sprang to mind, at least in my mind when I saw this, is why did you choose Crowdfunder over Kickstarter?
So that's quite a simple one. It's basically because of back her business, because basically there's a few banks, depending on whether you're in Scotland or Wales or England. So NatWest is the English one, where they're trying to encourage female entrepreneurs to start businesses, because there's still a big difference in men to women who start creative or otherwise businesses. So it was like an incentive to get some match funding and some support from them. And obviously me and Sam are both women, and so we thought, well, we'll go through this way, and we've managed to get the match funding from them. So that was why. I mean, I think Kickstarter is maybe a little bit more known to people, and I think all of them have pros and cons, but that's basically why we chose Crowdfunder, was that reason.
And obviously these things don't come together overnight. Like a lot of research must have gone into, and a lot of, as I said, going down that list, done market research. You've obviously had experience from, I believe it's like sessions with children to understand what their needs are and what they want. What advice would you give to, or is there any specific resources, or I guess just simple advice that you'd give because there are a lot of creative, businesses within that Facebook page in particular, and I guess the Trust serves a lot of creative businesses just broadly. Is there any kind of advice that you would give young entrepreneurs that are looking to kickstart or crowdfund their product through crowdfunding, essentially? It's a lot of work. You kind of don't really switch off because you're all about like getting to that target, or getting the amount of pledges that you need or whatever. You've got to be pretty creative with your ideas to reach people, and you've got to be pretty good at being quite not pushy, but you just got to like go out on a limb sometimes and just be like, look, this is what I'm doing, reach people. I was WhatsApping people, which I kind of felt a bit about, but actually it got us pledges, and people were genuinely really happy to hear about what I was up to. So
I'm quite an anxiety ridden person about that kind of thing. But I think that you've just got to just let people know, and also just make sure that you're saying things like, not just we want your money, but can you share it? Can you tell your friends? This is genuinely someone, if it's a product that, people are going to really benefit from, just push that element of it, don't make them feel like you're just can I have some money, please? Just, give them options to help you and support you. I think that's the best thing. And just have a list of ideas. So we've got a big list of different sort of ways of reaching people, and you can be quite creative with your rewards, and you can add them when you want. So if you just have an idea that pops into your head and goes, oh, actually this could be really good and we could reach new people with this reward, then do it, and trial it and see what happens. I'd say, I could talk about this for ages, but and I'd be happy to, if anyone has any questions afterwards, I'll be happy to answer them. But it is, essentially it's hard work. You've just got to go for it. You've got to spend a lot of time on your page, but it's really good to look at other people's pages as well and see what they've done and how they formatted it and things like that. So just to kind of see what works. So definitely take inspiration from other projects on crowdfunding or Kickstarter as well.
And it's really cool that you've gone with the environmental message with your product as well. I kind of feel that at this point in time, with everything that's going on with coronavirus, it's kind of really taken over the agenda at the moment in the public discourse. So, and this is obviously something that's still really important. Living near the beach myself, you go down and you still see rubbish everywhere. Certainly after the recent bank holiday weekend, it's kind of sad to see. But it was awesome to see that you've created a book that really, really focuses on that and still continues to drive home the message that we can't continue to just, turn a blind eye to this.
Absolutely. So the story was, it's based on a true story. Well, an element of the story is based on a true story, which is the big beach clean in Mumbai. So this guy started this huge project and got this big beach cleaned, and it took ages. But then these turtles who hadn't been able to lay their eggs on this beach for ages started coming back and laying their eggs. And then I just saw it on some website or something, or some social media shared it. And I thought, that's a really, look what, one person can achieve if you get some people together, and, how amazing is that? So we thought, okay, we'll base the story around that. So it's a story that's kind of a warning, and it's not all really fun and cutesy, but it's also not doom and gloom. There's a nice balance of this is what you can do to help. This is the reality of the problem, but actually there's some really good outcomes that can happen, and change does happen, and positive things can happen. So it's striking that balance, which was a bit challenging to kind of go, right, these are for young kids. What can we appropriately say about this quite tricky situation, So I think we've struck the balance quite well, and it's nice to actually be we took this from real life things. So that's quite good for that reason, I think.
And I see that you've got some partnerships here outlined at the bottom of your crowdfunder. Mm-hmm. I guess this puts the question into my head. What plans are there for the future for not only, I guess, this book in particular, but any, what are your plans for the future here? It seems like you've got quite a comprehensive list of people that you're working and talking to at the moment, or working with and talking to.
Yeah, what's great about Sam is she's very well connected, and her whole ethos is about collaborating with people and businesses, and so that's always been a really big focus of ours, is to just try and work with people, like-minded people, businesses with a similar ethos, and just reach out to those people and see if anything can, any kind of relationships can form. So a few of the places on there, either Sam knows, or I've so We the Curious, that's in Bristol. I stock my products there, hair raising design products. So I kind of knew them and they were really on board with the story. So we've kind of built that relationship. Sam knows Board Game Buds, which make board games. And so we're going to work with them in the future to make a game that goes with the book as well. And then there's various other outlets that are interested in working with us or want to put on our like workshop that we do that go along with the book, or want to sell our story or whatever. So yeah, we're still trying to kind of get that list bigger and bigger. And then the future, so after this funder, we'll then finalize the book, get it printed, get it out to people. We've got an activity book that goes with it as well. And when things start opening up again and schools and things, we want to start doing more workshops there in them and doing after school clubs and things, and going in and talking about global warming in the oceans and doing our workshop, and for free as much as possible as well. We kind of want all these resources to be free for people, and then carry on doing our online resources, and doing really good videos of our workshop as well to get into schools, so they can just show the kids there, and we don't need to be there necessarily, depending on how long this lockdown goes on for. We're trying to adapt to things that are going on now. So yeah, there's a lot of future plans, and we want to make this into a series of books. So we're already thinking about the next book, and part of the money from the crowdfunder will go on to that. So the next book we want to be about UK endangered species, because actually I think that's really important for us. And there's more and more things on social media about, actually a lot of our species back, here are really endangered. And you don't really talk about that. It's more like the big wild animals, they're more exotic things. So we want to kind of bring it home a bit and talk to people that are, will give us some good facts and things that we can base our next story off. So yeah, it's exciting.
I was going to ask, so it looks like Flo's going to get some new friends potentially, some endangered friends maybe.
Yeah, definitely. We would like to make this into a series of books and do different scenarios in different parts of the world, and and do that. But we think it's important to also remember UK wildlife as well. So, and we want to go on trips with charities as well. I want to work with charities and get information about them and from them and things, and see things firsthand. I think that's really important, to get some firsthand kind of photos and evidence and facts and things that we can tell our followers about and write, include in our stories and things. So
yeah, I was going to say, it seems like the perfect product for a charity partnership, almost like a wildlife trust, or that kind of partnership there. No, it's awesome. I think we're getting to the almost the 20-minute mark. Just a shout out to Samantha, who's in the chat, and also Donna as well. Hi to you guys. Hope you're keeping well. So I think I've got a few more questions.
Okay.
Actually, no, that was the last thing. What are your plans for the future? I guess another point of interest that we could quickly go over is, so you've talked about how obviously the current crisis and issues are affecting your business. Just thought I'd ask, is everything okay on your side? Are you keeping well and keeping safe?
Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable that, I made most of my sales from face-to-face selling with Heroes and Designs. So yeah, it's taken a big hit from that. But obviously people are adapting and they're going online, and I'm going to open up a new online shop soon. So yeah, I've just got to adapt. But actually, whilst this funder's on and there's so much going on with this, I've kind of been sort of taking a bit of a back step with Heroes and Designs, which I needed, otherwise it would be too much. So yeah, I'm actually keeping well, and I'm just looking forward to doing some really good things for next season with Heroes and Designs. Like, it just means that I've got a bit of breathing space to really get myself prepared for that. So it's not a particularly bad situation for me, really, I have to say. I'm quite lucky. So yeah. things are good.
No, that's great to hear. Yeah, so if you're interested in Rachel's Rachel and your partner's Samantha, it's Samantha, isn't it?
Yeah,
I forgot
Samantha,
the name of her business.
A Thousand Yellow Daisies. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're interested, I guess the crowdfunder's actually linked on the Facebook page, and so Rachel's business, Hair Raising Designs, and Samantha's business is 1,000 Yellow Daisies. Go check it out, and I'm really looking forward to see this little line at the top here get over here and potentially across the screen.
Yes.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
So close. It's
I know.
85 supporters as well. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure within that 18 days, it will more than surpass that. Also, there's this little bar below, as Rachel's been saying. Give it a good share and get that message out, because it's amazing the amount of work that has gone into this, and all the best for the future, because you guys have honestly deserved it here.
Thank you so much. Thanks very much for your time and questions and having me on. It's been really lovely.
No worries. No, it's like, I mean, this is what it's all about. I might as well put a bit of the downtime that I've got over over lunch to kind of put the spotlight on some of the amazing businesses that are in that group, because it's even more so in these times. It's you kind of at least out back before all of this, there was those face-to-face exchanges. There were the events that the trust was putting on. There was the excuse to go and see people and get to know their businesses. But at this point in time, everyone's kind of in their own little bubble, and it's hard to kind of take a step back sometimes and kind of appreciate some of the amazing ideas that people are bringing to the table. And I thought this was this certainly fitted that criteria. So no, thank you for sharing the amazing work that you and Sam have put together here.
No worries. Yeah, thanks again. Like I say, it's been great. And like I say, if anyone has any questions and they want to comment or drop me a message, do about it. I'll be more than happy to chat. I'm sure Sam too would be happy to chat to anyone who wants to talk about the funder or anything to do with the project, really. So yeah, thanks for watching, and it's been good.
Yeah, so next week I have lined up a few potential Prince Trust businesses to talk about their business. So I haven't got anything set in stone at the moment, but I will put something up on the page as soon as I have something I guess for certain. But I hope this has been of value and that you've enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you want to talk about your business, just get in touch, and I'm sure we could sort something out in the near future. Anyway, a thank you to yourself, Rachel, for taking the time to go through your business and hopefully inspire a few people in that page to go and do something amazing.
Thank you so much.
All the best with your crowdfunder. Anyway, it's once again been a pleasure, and see you next week.
See ya.